And as soon as I see us live, admitting a few people here, so bear with me. Okay, if you are just joining us and you are not an actor or a playwright, if you could please just mute yourselves and stop your video. And then we're currently going live as we speak, so bear with me one second here.
Okay, it's on.
We are live, everyone. So thank you guys all so much for joining us this evening. Playwrights and actors. Welcome to our fourth of our series of readings. I'm trying to admit and mute a few people. So if you are just joining us, if you can mute, I'm actually going to mute everybody. So actors who are in the first reading, you'll just have to unmute yourself. This is kind of a series of readings of plays by local playwrights, Cleveland Heights based. There's a group called Stage Rights that's Ensemble's kind of playwriting unit. And this group meets every Wednesday from 7 to 9. And pre-COVID, they were, of course, using our space. But since we can't use our physical spaces now because of social distancing and all the rules that we kind of have to be following, I had found out that the Stage Rights unit had been meeting via Zoom. So we came up with this idea of doing these alternate Monday Zoom live readings. And all kind of local talent, so volunteered actors who have stepped up to kind of read these quick plays for our enjoyment. We're hoping to maybe expand. I'm actually getting sent scripts from people from all over the country. So who knows, this may get, you know, some type of national exposure as well. We're going to talk about that and see how it goes. But they've been wonderful experiences so far. The last 3 Mondays have been, I know on my end, very enjoyable in terms of the writing, in terms of the connections with all the local artists, who many have graced ensemble stages back when we could do stuff live. I miss theater. I know everybody is really just kind of navigating this very unique situation right now. So we're trying our best to do what we can with these kind of restrictions that, again, I know the theater that was existing before I became the artistic director had never quite had to deal with a challenge like this one before. And all theaters are kind of going through that right now. So, you know, thinking about all of the artists and the venues that are currently still trying to navigate COVID and can't operate. So please make sure that those people are in your thoughts and actively in your, I don't want to say your political views, but again, yeah, making sure that you think about all of the people who are still kind of navigating this situation that might not be able to open and operate the way they did beforehand. You know, reach out to your local and your state and your federal level people. We all have been as administrators, but again, I always think hearing from constituents how important the arts are. I'm surprised that we still have to reiterate it, but please let your elected officials know that you miss us, because it's going to probably be an interesting road to recovery as well. So without further ado, I don't want to take too much time talking about all the sadness. I do want to say, if you haven't gone out and voted, please vote tonight or vote tomorrow. Today and tomorrow are very special days in terms of our nation's future, but of course too also escape a little bit tonight to just listen to some local artists and the creative imagination stylings of 3 local playwrights that are wonderful parts of our Stage Rights unit, who I know very well and I'm very happy to say I can call friend. So without further ado, let me introduce our first of the 3 readings for tonight. And what I'll do is I'll introduce the playwright. I'll ask them to answer a quick question about their play, get a little bit of information about why they wrote it. And then what they'll do is they'll introduce their actors and their reading. and we'll go from there. So the first on tonight's list of readings is Returneth Not, and that is by our wonderfully talented and very humorous Agnes Herman. The stage is yours, Agnes. Oh, and just FYI, the scripts tonight, some of them do have some adult language. So if you have any children present, you may or may not want to put your AirPods in because yes, some of that language may not be quite appropriate for the younger audiences. Agnes, the stage is yours. And let me unmute you. You are still muted, Agnes. There you go. You're all set.
Okay, I thought I unmuted. Hi.
Yes.
My play is entitled Returneth Not. You want to know why I wrote it?
I do.
I felt like it.
That's a great answer. Can you tell us a little bit? What a little bit was behind the story? Maybe, I don't know. Was it inspired by a friend, by an experience? What made you write?
It was sort of an exercise. I had written this play once before, and then I decided to mash it up with Shakespeare because I thought it would be interesting to do a piece where we were in Shakespeare's time, but where the characters are experiencing a more contemporary problem.
Interesting. Which I would definitely call it a contemporary problem after
Yeah.
reading it and watching the rehearsal. It was very, very interesting juxtaposition. So good job there.
And also, you know, it ultimately is, take it as you will, because it is a comedy, but it is about women's empowerment. So
There you go.
yes. Okay, so Returneth Not. The place is the customer service desk of Rakes and Piers Apparel. Our first character is Judy Caputo. She is in her early 30s and she is the clerk at the store. And that she is being played by Tamika Scruggs. And our second character is Bianca Milano, who is in her early 20s, and she is the customer, and she's being played by Hannah Woodside. Scene. Bianca approaches the customer service desk where Judy is standing.
Welcome to Rakes and Piers Apparel. How may I assist with you?
Pray, dost thou know what these are?
Bianca pulls out 3 pairs of thong panties.
They are articles of intimate apparel.
Of what sort?
The panty sort. 'Tis the newest thing.
And in what manner dost thou wear them?
On thy hind quarter, a type of cover for the genitals.
I see not a backside.
Thy buttocks would just be exposed with this garment.
Mary, how does they work?
Thou steppeth into them.
And then?
Thou pullest them upwards to thy hips.
Heavens, why bother?
Some men find this very enticing.
Thigh on men.
To each his own.
And what of her own? She should doth protest too much.
Yes, 'tis high time.
What gentlewoman wants a naked buttock?
Those who wish to please their man.
I understandeth not. I received them at my wedding engagement party and would like to return them.
Congratulations on your upcoming nuptials. When is the date?
The merry month of May.
Oh, a lovely time of year.
Indeed. Now, back to the matter at hand, because I do not and will not wear. What dost thou call these things?
Thongs, milady.
Well, I wouldst be no lady if I were to wear these thongs. Willst thou please exchange them?
Thou may returneth not.
Perhaps a store credit?
We exchangeth no undergarments. We refundeth no undergarments. Damaged goods are the only exception.
No exception for gifts? The price tags remaineth attached.
Thou couldst warn them with the tags.
I didst not.
Only your word, gentlewoman.
I assure you that I didst not.
I apologize, but it is merchant's policy. 'Tis written on the receipt. Dost thou have one?
I do.
Bianca hands Judy the receipt.
Seest thou here, refundeth not intimate apparel, nor any item worn below the waist and next to the skin. The specifications are crystal clear.
I didst not wear them.
Also, health code regulations prohibit return of undergarments because of possible exposure to lice, boils, abscesses, and the resultant diseases of typhus, pox, the plague,
What
corona.
say you? Dost thou work for the CDC on the sly?
I am not in the employ of the Council on Detrimental Conditions.
Prithee, I was given these by my sister. Methinks she meant it as a joke. I know of no other gentlewoman who would wear these. Else I'd gift them to her.
My friend weareth them for her husband because he's a buttocks lover. He lusteth after her when she weareth them, and then he throweth her across the dining table, and
They doeth the deed?
they doeth indeed.
What type of gentlewoman obtaineth pleasure by being pressed against a hard wood?
Oh, an interesting metaphor.
In all seriousness, doth she truly enjoyeth it, or does she pretend to?
I've heard some wenches in the pub saith, if thongs be the food of lust, whereon?
There's something in the wind.
Indeed. Hast thou heard about Viola?
The madrigal singer?
Yes, she dresseth as a man.
Zounds!
I too find it difficult to imagine gentlewoman enjoying rough mingling.
I look forward to physical communion with my love, but I am not certain I would enjoy it as your friend enjoys it.
I do agree.
Well, since I canst returneth these, wouldst thy friend like them?
Oh, I fear it would appear odd if I were to presenteth her with thongs.
I do see thy point. Verily, I shouldst kill Katrina.
Thy sister's name is Katrina?
Yes, Caterina Milano.
Caterina Milano, married to Peter?
Why, yes. Dost thou know her?
Indeed, she is my friend, the one who weareth the thongs. I'm Judy Caputo.
Ah, I do know of thee. She often speaks of you, especially of thy sorrow. Your intended abandoned thee?
I made peace with it. Rocco was a simpering idiot.
Soft. My sister Katerina weareth thongs. Heavens! This means she enjoyeth sex on hard wood.
Stop it with the wood.
How do you know if my sister?
I'd rather not say.
Prithee, why?
I may inadvertently revealeth private information.
What could be more private than the type of undergarment she prefereth? Perhaps I should regift them to Katerina and ask for currency in exchange.
You might.
I had no notion my sister enjoyed rough Congress.
'Tis no accounting for taste.
How could she find thongs comfortable?
She does not. She doeth to please Peter.
I realize people have differing tastes, but I refuseth to wear an uncomfortable garment to please my future husband.
When Rocco and I were in group connubial communication therapy,
What
we
is that?
just, 'tis like men are from Mars, women are from Venus, and this is the pub in between. I learned that couples may not agreeeth on everything, and in that event, one must be willing to compromise.
Mary, my sister and Peter attended that as well. She related the same words to me in counseling me about my upcoming nuptials.
You heard that not from me.
Of course, you have my counsel. Then I should giveth the thongs to Katerina.
She wanted no such thing.
Pray, why? You revealed that she dost weareth them.
I knoweth what I said, but that was prior to knowing she was divorcing.
Say what?
She is very upset.
Poor Katerina. Still, I remain repulsed by these. Alas, there is nothing to do.
I have heard that a vendor at the bazaar will selleth used women's undergarments.
To whom?
Some gentlemen gladly pay large sums for them.
Heavens.
You may receive a generous amount from said vendor.
Oh no, that would cause me great embarrassment. Since neither you nor I can giveth them to Katerina, and since Katerina hath no use for them.
Bianca slyly and swiftly grabs a pair of thongs and the dagger on the counter. Bianca rips the thongs with the dagger.
I can doeth this.
No, you mustn't.
Bianca holds the dagger high in the air and grabs another thong.
I long to rip them. I yearn to rip them to shreds. I yearn to rip Peter to shreds.
Bianca destroys the second pair.
Look at what we've done.
The thongs are ruined.
Except if these.
Judy holds up the last pair of remaining thongs.
My turn.
Judy destroys the last pair.
They have been torn asunder.
Violent delights have violent ends.
Judy reaches into the cash drawer and hands Bianca money.
Now that thy gifts have been damaged, taketh this refund.
I thank thee.
'Tis a pity we cannot mend Katerina's marriage, or killeth Peter.
He is a prick. I never liked him.
I feel the same.
I have a thought. I will take this gold and treateth Kate to a night at the pub where we may sing Viola sing.
Oh, she no longer calls herself Viola.
I does not care what she calleth herself. Wouldst thou care to join us?
Blackout.
Oh, there we go. First one is underway. Thank you, Agnes.
Thank you, girls.
Thank you to Tamika and to Hannah. I don't know if there's really a version of like digital bowing that one can do. I will definitely not look. There you go. Good job, Hannah. I love it. Tamika, if you want to take a little bow, you're more than welcome to. Turn on your screen. I will never hear that "If Music Be the Food of Love" play on the same way again, but that's okay. Very interesting twist on Shakespeare there, Agnes, and some really fun topics you are addressing in this short but quick, witty piece about thongs. That was fun. Thongs should come with scissors. Interesting. Very nice. Very clever. And dining room tables. Yes. Well, yes, that was a very interesting pairing of both uses of thongs and dining room tables. Yes. Any other? I'm trying to find any other comments here. I did forget to mention some of I may not share because yes, you can all see them. I'm not going to read them out loud, which is quite all right. There's some fun stuff going on in this script. I get it. What was I going to say? Oh, I forgot to mention at the top, and my bad, if you can use the chat function in the Zoom, or you can also, if you're watching us via Facebook Live, share your thoughts, your praise, your bravas. Yes, we got a couple of bravas and very witties. Your thoughts can also be seen in the Facebook Live feed as well, and I will share those in the intermittents in between the three scripts. They do also tend to be funny as well. So Delightful play, very well acted by Cindy Dettelbach. Thank you, Cindy. Yeah, very, very witty. You have a very keen talent to capture the characters very well, Agnes. I think you do that really well.
Thank
Your
you.
first play that you did in our 10-minute series. If you guys didn't get a chance to see Katydids, one of my favorite, two Katydids, which are insects of some kind. What are they similar to? I can't remember.
They're crickets. They're
They're
bush.
like crickets. I was gonna say like grasshoppers, but they're crickets.
It's katydids.
Katydids taking on climate change. So you don't shy from like the very interesting dynamics. So I got to give you props for that.
Thank you.
Yes, of course. Very well done. So as we move on, of course, I did also put up a link to our website. So the Ensemble Theater Clee 10-minute reading Zoom, if you click on that link, I also shared it on the Facebook live stream. That page will be constantly updated. We're going to do these every other Monday. So if you need to know what's going on in terms of what the next 3 plays that are going to be read are, if you want to know anything more about the playwrights and the upcoming readings, there's links to, of course, donate to Ensemble if you are so able during this very difficult time to help support us in any way you can. We also appreciate that. We are, of course, operating now without ticket revenue or subscription revenues like we would normally be operating with. So anything you can share with us for sharing our talents with you, we will be very thankful for. But use that page very much so to stay updated on what's going on. We're trying to do a lot of virtual programming as much as we can during these crazy times because we can't actually produce. And this 10-minute play series has been wonderful for me too, I have to say. I've enjoyed it very much. And just to kind of stay connected with everybody. So keep in mind that this is kind of our outlet to do theater until we can meet again in our space. We are planning some virtual programming, some filming, and possibly some productions in the summer, spring and summer, when we might have the option to do them outside if we still need to adhere to social distancing and are kind of planning around there being less limitations if we work outside because of COVID. We're also hoping that we get on top of this as quickly as possible and we can do normal theater again. So both happening simultaneously. But just keep in mind very much so that this is our way to connect with you guys, and we're very happy that you're here, and we're very hopeful for the future as well. So without further ado and too much blabbering in between, I'll introduce our next piece. So our next playwright is Ed Walsh, and his piece is Hold the Anchovies. So if you want to turn on your mic and your video, and then if your actors want to turn on their video and their mics, and I will turn mine off, and you can go ahead and introduce your piece, give us a little bit of background about why you wrote it, and feel free your artists, and we'll go ahead with the next one whenever you're ready.
Thanks very much. Yes, I wrote this piece actually poking around in my own head one night, trying to figure out what I could come up with. And for some reason, I started thinking about something that Albie did a long time ago, The Dumbwaiter. And I like sort of the sinister air of that. And I was trying to do something that might have a little bit of that same atmosphere. So I wrote this play, and here we are now going to present it. And I have 2 very good actors. I have Paul Slimak, who is going to be playing the part of Buster Mooney, a somewhat down and out gambler. And I have James Rankin, who is playing Chuck, the pizza delivery man. I also have Rannigan Walsh, who will be reading the stage directions.
Hold the Anchovies by Edward J. Walsh. Act 1. At Rise, Buster Mooney sits in a solitary chair that is positioned a distance from the table and 2 chairs in his room. The table is minimally set with a plate and silverware. A length of rope hangs from a rafter above the chair where Buster sits, ending in a noose that is 6 or 7 feet off the floor. There is a knocking at the door.
Yeah, come in. Door's open.
Chuck enters carrying pizza box.
Palladino Pizza Delivery, Mr. Buster Mooney.
Yeah, just set it on the table.
Chuck puts pizza box on table, looks at billing information, and reads.
Here's one medium-sized pizza, traditional crust, mushroom, onion, sausage, and anchovies.
I didn't order anchovies.
Well, the billing says traditional crust, mushroom, onion, sausage, and anchovies.
I hate anchovies.
Well, it says anchovies.
I wouldn't be caught dead ordering anchovies. That's a laugh.
What's a laugh?
That I wouldn't be caught dead ordering anchovies.
Wait, why is that?
Because I hoped by the time you got here, that's how you'd find me. Dead, swinging from the rafter, up there. I left the door open so you'd find me.
You'd have freaked me out swinging overhead like that.
Yeah, sorry, but I figured you'd call EMS or somebody. Otherwise, I could have been hanging here for days. Nasty.
Chuck appraises the situation with a sudden realization.
You sick or something? That's why you wanna, well, end it?
Sick? Yeah, sick of never picking the right horse. Sick of drawing a tray when I need a diamond. Sick of betting on the Yankees when they lose.
I get it. You're a gambler.
Yeah, a gambler who's got no luck.
Well, so stop gambling.
I can't. I tried every which way to stop. Tried Gamblers Anonymous, tried making solemn oaths, tried moving to a different town, tried talking to priests, rabbis, ministers, tried psychotherapy, hypnotherapy, acupuncture, tried everything I could think of. And finally, I decided I'd end it before the man ends it for me.
Why would some man do that?
Because when you gamble the way I do, you dig yourself deeper and deeper into debt till you're borrowing from some very bad people. I owe them a fortune. And since I only got $100 to my name, it's lights out when they catch up with me.
Well, geez, if I could do something for you, I would. But money's not something I got a lot of.
Hey, pizza guy, maybe there is something you could do for me.
Chuck. My name is Chuck.
Yeah, sure. I think there is something.
Name it. I mean, I'll do what I can.
I'll pay you to do it.
You will?
Oh, yeah. I'll give you my last Benjamin Franklin. Sitting right there on the table under the plate. Have a look. A Benjamin, $100.
Chuck lifts plate and removes $100 bill, looks, lays it down.
That'd be quite a tip, don't you agree? $100?
I never got a tip like that. Ever.
That's my last Benjamin, pizza guy.
Chuck. My name is Chuck.
I was gonna leave the $100 under the plate for some lucky stiff to find, but I'd just as soon you have it. Hey, maybe you got the luck that I don't have, but you need to do something for me.
What do I got to do?
All I want is for you to do it after I get up on the chair and put the noose over my head.
You want me to push you off?
No. I want to step off the chair on my own, like I was going to the window to lay down a bet. It's the manly thing to do.
So what do you want me to do?
Simple. I want you to pull the chair away after I step off. That's all. Just pull the chair a foot or two away so I can't replant my feet.
Then you'll choke to death.
Just think of it like you're moving furniture around a little bit, rearranging things. That's all. Just move the chair away, pick up the $100 and go out the door.
Why do you think you try to, wait, what did you say? Replant your feet?
With my luck, I'd have second thoughts and start gagging and kicking. My impulse would be to try to regain the chair. First thing you know, I'd be back on my feet. A failed suicide.
Mr. Palladino knows I came here tonight. He keeps good records. What if he reads about your suicide? What if he lets the cops know I was here?
You just say that when you delivered the pizza, I was fine. All smiles and chatter. That's all. I was just fine.
But the chair, won't they notice it was moved away? And who would have moved it?
Now you got a point there. Hey, just tip the chair over. They'll think I kicked it trying to regain my footing.
I could use $100. Okay. I could really use it. I mean, you don't make no fortune delivering pizzas, that's for sure.
Why shouldn't you have the money? Why let some stranger, maybe the landlord or some nosy cop, lift up the plate and find it? You think they'd turn down the chance I'm giving you?
All I have to do is tip the chair over.
That's it, pizza guy. On your way out.
Well, I'd have to leave the pizza behind to prove I delivered, like I said I did when you were laughing and talking.
Yeah, you would have to leave the pizza.
I'll light a candle for you at St. Brendan's every week. I'll light one for like a couple months.
Yeah, well, that would be really nice.
You Catholic?
No.
What then?
Oh, I mean, raised nothing in particular, but I did go to Catholic churches sometimes, though, where they had that bingo.
Truth is, I don't believe much like I used to.
Yeah, well, I don't believe I can pick a winner anymore either. I'm toast.
Well, what should we do next?
I'm going to get up on the chair, put the noose over my head, and step off. You just tip the chair over. That's it.
Buster begins to get up on the chair.
What about the bill for the pizza?
Buster does not get on the chair.
What?
The bill? It comes to $16.75.
You want me to pay for a pizza I'm not going to eat?
You don't pay for it, and Mr. Palladino is going to think something's fishy. Especially since I left the pizza behind. We don't leave them behind for deadbeats.
Hell, man, you're about to pick up $100. Pay it out of that.
But that's my tip.
You really expecting me to pay for the pizza?
Well, either that or I take it back to the shop.
Buster steps away from the chair, reaches in pocket, and pulls out a few dollars.
You gotta be kidding me. All I got in my pocket is $2 and some loose change. That's all I got, no more. Now take this little bit extra from me.
Buster holds out two $1 bills and change from his pocket.
If I pay out of my tip, I only get, well, let's see, $100 minus $16.75 is
It comes to $3.25 plus the $2 and let's see, 12 cents from my pocket for a total of $85.37.
which is less than $100. No, if I don't get paid, cash or credit card, the pizza leaves with me.
Why are you making this so hard?
A tip is one thing, bills for the pizza is another, and I don't mix them up. It's bad business.
What the hell? I got no extra cash and no credit card that's any good. You want me to pay for a pizza that I don't plan to eat, and with anchovies, no less. I hate anchovies. I shouldn't have to pay for a pizza with anchovies I didn't order.
Mr. Palladino is very careful about how they take call-in orders. Got it all computerized. Don't take it personal, but they most likely got the order right.
Chuck looks at Bill.
It says right here, mushroom, onion, sausage, and anchovies.
I hate anchovies. I'd never order them. They slide down your throat like snot, for God's sakes.
Well, it says right here.
Yeah, you told me what it says. And I'm telling you, when they asked me if I wanted anchovies, I said, no, hold the anchovies.
Well, I'll bet you wasn't thinking straight. With all you were planning, I'll bet you said yes instead of no.
What?
I said, I'll bet you said yes instead of no.
You're on.
On what?
On for a bet about what I ordered. Call the pizza parlor.
Why?
Look, if they say I ordered anchovies, you can walk out of here with the $100 bill plus my $2 and change plus the pizza. I'll be a deadbeat and you won't have to tip the chair and you'll have nothing to do with what happens in this room. But you'll be more than $100 richer than when you came through the door.
Gotta admit, that sounds pretty good.
But if they got my order wrong by adding anchovies when I said not to, then you have to pay for the pizza out of the $100 tip. Oh, and leave the pizza behind and knock over the chair on your way out.
Well, what about the $2.12?
If I win the bet, I keep it in my pocket.
Buster puts dollars and change in his pocket.
I'm telling you, Palladino Pizza don't make mistakes.
Well, I'm betting you that they're wrong this time. You willing to bet?
Okay, I'll call it in.
Take on it.
They shake hands. Chuck takes cell phone from jacket and quick dials pizza shop.
Yo, Dexter, got a possible problem with delivery. Yeah, check out order number 2912, will you? What's it say?
Not that I don't trust you, but I think I ought to listen in.
Buster moves near enough to the cell phone to listen in.
Okay, Dexter, appreciate it.
Did you hear what he said? Did you? He said they were supposed to hold the anchovies.
Buster reacts physically, pounding his
Yes!
fist into his hand.
You see what this means, do you?
It means I gotta pay you for your pizza from the $100 tip.
No, it means Lady Luck is back on my side of the fence. It means I can lay down a bet, a big bet on the ponies or on a ball game or whatever the damn hell I please, and I'll have me a winner. Oh, I can feel the luck. It's like warm sunshine coming over me.
So you won't be putting that noose over your head and stepping off the chair?
Hell no. Things are turning for me. Buster Mooney is back.
Guess you won't be tipping me a Benjamin either.
No, because I need every penny, so my next bet is a big one and can make up for all of my losses. But you leave me your card for Palladino Pizza, you hear? And I'll make it up to you down the road. A couple of weeks, I'll be in the money and moving out of this dump. Oh, I'll find me something more suitable, but I won't forget you. I promise I won't.
I'm really sorry to hear that.
What, that I'll take care of you down the road?
No, that you won't be following through with your plan to step off the chair.
My pizza guy, you are a greedy SOB.
I told you, the name's Chuck, and I'm sorry, but delivering pizzas just don't pay enough. I have to moonlight.
Doing what?
Chuck
Collect-
removes a pistol from his jacket pocket, points at Buster.
Collecting. I'm paid $100 per deadbeat. Now, how about getting up on that chair?
Blackout.
Oh, dun dun dun. Nice little twist there at the end, Ed Walsh. That was a good one. Thank you to Paul and to James. Let me spotlight you guys here really quick. Thank you, Paul. And thank you, James. Woohoo! Awesome reading. Good job, guys. Very well done. 2 comedies to start off with. I always like, got to start on the lighter side. Dark comedy there, though, I think, Ed. A little on the darker side, but that's okay. Thank you guys for that. That was great. Funny. Skip thought you were both great. Said Ife. I keep wanting to say her name. I have a neighbor that lives right down the street that has a similar name that's pronounced very differently. What a twist, said Neil, who is reading later in our third script here in a minute. I'm going to be cautious the next time I order a pizza, said Bernice. Good job, guys. I hate anchovies, so I don't have to worry about that at all. I will never order anchovies on my pizza. Bravo, great job. I'm trying to do both the Zoom and the Facebook Live here. Great acting. Good job, Ed. Good audience tonight, guys. A lot of reactions. So I'd like to hear people say they're enjoying this. I know I'm enjoying it. You can't hear me laughing, which is really horrible because I'm like over on the side, all muted, but I'm laughing hysterically. So I love this piece, Ed, from Agnes, our other playwright. I've been sending claps and laughs and reactions, but I realized that my video is muted, so no one can see them. Oh, thank you, Skip. Yes, you can clap in the chat and we will see it and I will share it. Wonderful job, guys. So without keeping us too much in this interim here, let's get on to our final one. And then at the end, of course, too, we can take any questions or comments you guys might have. Again, thank you for joining us either via Zoom or Facebook Live. Share our platform with your friends. We do these every other Monday. And if you check the website, which I'll post again in both chats, it'll let you know what the next date is. We started on the 21st of September and we may do them every Monday. I don't know. I'm getting sent a lot of scripts, so we'll see. But right now it's every other Monday. So please join us. Tell your friends to join us. We've got to get theater in whatever form we can nowadays. So our last piece, written by the other half of the partnership that is the Edward and Rannigan Walsh partnership. Yes, if you guys didn't notice, they share a room. They are married as well. Our last piece is by Rannigan Walsh, The Gold Steamer. So I will pass over the stage to you, Rannigan, if you want to say a little bit about why you wrote the script, and then if you want to go ahead and introduce your actors, and the stage is yours.
Thank you, Celeste. I wrote this piece after witnessing something at a coffee shop. I would like to introduce my actors. Paul Slimak is reading the directions. Agnes Herman is playing Rebecca, the customer. Tamika Scruggs is Zoe, the manager of the coffee shop. And Neil Sudhakaran is the barista.
The Gold Steamer by Rannigan Walsh. Scene 1. Rebecca is in the drive-in line at a coffee shop waiting to order. A voice can be heard over the speaker.
Hello, what can I get started for you?
What? I thought you were supposed to say, welcome to Annie's.
No. Now we say, what can I get started for you? That's what they told me to say in training.
Well, that's a mouthful. And you say it way too fast. No one can understand you, especially with your dialect.
I'm so sorry, ma'am. How can I help you?
I'd like a gold steamer, please.
A latte?
No, a steamer and non-fat milk, please.
Oh, okay. Sure. Sure.
And don't make it with that milk with no sugar in it. The last time they did that, I hated it.
No sugar?
No, I want sugar. Gotta have the sugar. Got those sugar blues this time of day, but no whipped cream, okay?
Is that all?
That's it.
What size, ma'am?
Oh, sorry, I always forget. The medium, please.
See you at the window.
As Rebecca moves ahead to the pickup window, her cell phone rings.
Hello? Oh, hi, honey. I'm so glad you agreed to come. I couldn't go through this again without you. No, I'm not okay, but I haven't cried yet today. That's good. I'm just making the best of it. Is your flight delayed? You're here? Oh my God, I thought you were coming in at 3. I'll be there as soon as I can. Bye, love.
Here's your drink, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Rebecca hands the barista $4.
That's $4.65, ma'am.
What?
$4.65.
I never paid that much before. That's way too much.
Well, I guess it's the special milk. That's always more.
I get non-fat drinks all the time and they're never more. I thought the prices were the same at all Annie's coffee shops.
You're right, ma'am. The prices are the same everywhere, but the extra sugar and the vanilla syrup is more.
I know I paid $3.25 just the other day at the Pittsburgh airport when I was traveling home. You'd think the Annie's locations and airports would have higher prices, but no, it was $3.25. That's even too high if you want to know the truth.
I'm kind of new, so let me go get the manager.
Why would Annie's in my own little suburb charge more than they do in the Pittsburgh airport? This makes no sense.
The manager comes to the window.
Hi, that is the correct price.
Was there a price increase in the last 2 days? This is like gas prices, up and down, and then they'll go up again. Something you gotta have, and now my drink is gonna keep going up.
A horn honks behind Rebecca. She leans out the window and waves and smiles at the driver who's honking.
Okay, I'm almost done. Here.
Do you want the drink or not, ma'am?
What a scam. Okay, I'll pay it since I'm holding up the line, but I want you to know I'm very disappointed. I think I'll just drink water from now on.
Rebecca hands the manager the remaining 65 cents and starts to move ahead.
What a bitch.
Rebecca looks back and then begins talking to herself.
She thinks I'm a bitch. If I weren't so late, I'd go in there and tell her what I think.
Rebecca takes a sip of her drink.
What is this? Oh, for God's sake.
Rebecca pulls over and parks the car and goes inside. She walks up to the counter.
Now what?
No wonder the price was wrong. This has coffee in it. I'm allergic to coffee. I specifically said I wanted a gold steamer, steamed milk with no coffee. If I drink this, I'd be up all night long and sick as a dog.
Are you sure you ordered a gold steamer?
Zoe sniffs at the drink.
For the 100th time, yes, a gold steamer.
Well, this is a cafe latte. I guess Abdul misunderstood.
Abdul?
Yes, Abdul's new, and I guess we'll just treat this as a training opportunity. I'm so sorry for your inconvenience.
You know, I'm very late to pick my daughter up at the airport, and this made me even later. And all you can say is that it's a training opportunity for someone that shouldn't even be in this
Rebecca lowers her voice and looks around.
Shouldn't even be working here?
What do you mean?
Do I have to spell it out? I've never had a problem. And now you have a person who's new to our country, and look what happens.
He just made an error in judgment because he's new. He's very capable.
It's bad enough they're causing problems all over the world, but now you hire them at coffee shops so that they can mess with my gold steamer?
As a matter of fact, Abdul is a friend of mine, and I don't appreciate you saying anything.
Who cares? I don't care. This doesn't mean he's not a sympathizer. And don't ask me to explain. Look what happened at the Boston Marathon.
I'm not even going to respond to what you just said. I'll personally make your gold steamer, and then you can be on your way.
I think this drink should be complimentary after all the added stress it's caused me.
It's against management rules to provide complimentary drinks.
Who's your manager?
Why are you asking?
This experience was over the top for any customer, let alone a tired out older woman who's late for an important appointment. Actually, I want to report both of you. I heard you call me a bitch. And to think there's no consequences for that towel head who filled the order wrong? Maybe he even put something in my drink. Who knows? I'm outraged.
You know, your innuendos about Abdul are far worse than what I said.
Rebecca puts her hand out.
Your manager's card, please.
I'm only following company policy, you know.
Zoe hands the manager's card to Rebecca.
Calling me a bitch. That's company policy? Huh.
I guess I shouldn't have said that, but you sure are a difficult customer.
And what's your name, please?
Zoe. Zoe Shaver.
Shaver?
Yes.
Shaver. Is your mother Anna Shaver?
Yes, that's my mother. Do you know her?
Oh my gosh. I haven't seen you since you were, well, you were just in the 3rd grade then.
Do I know you?
Rebecca Morris. You and my son Tom. Well, I remember when you two played together all the time. When we were all camping at that Christian camp on the other side of the lake. Do you remember?
Tom Morris?
It was a long time ago. You two were about 8 years old.
I do remember. Oh, I had a crush on Tom in high school, but he always had another girlfriend.
Yeah, I remember how popular he was at Lockwood High School.
When you moved away our senior year, we all missed him.
It was hard on him moving then, but he never complained. Maybe if we hadn't moved away, who knows what would have been today.
I feel so bad that I never saw him again, and I just wish that we could have gotten some time.
I haven't seen your mother since we moved back, and I'd love to see her again. Will you tell her that?
Sure. I'll tell my mother, Mrs. Morris. Look, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize who you were when you came in here. I heard what happened to Tom. I was away at school and I didn't know your new address, and I wanted to send a card. It's so sad. You must really miss him.
I wish he'd never gone into the service. He died over there in Iraq.
I've thought of him so many times.
That's why we moved back here. So many people from here contacted us after Tom died. We realized this was our real home. We just couldn't stay in Oklahoma any longer.
Abdul walks over to the counter.
I'm sorry to be listening, Miss Morse, but I was a friend of Tom, and I am sorry for your loss. When I came here from Iraq, I was freshman, and Tom was one of the people that welcomed me. What a great guy.
Well, thank you, Abdul. I guess I went a little overboard on the gold steamer problem. So sorry if I offended you. It's just that today's the day. 2 years ago today, Tom died. My emotions are running a little haywire.
Here's the gold steamer, Mrs. Morris. No charge. And here's the money back for the cafe latte.
Oh, that's very sweet of you. Thank you. But you can put the money in the tip jar.
The one thing Tom always said to me that I'll never forget was, make everybody friend. I live by that now, and it's really helped me get used to living in America.
Really? We're having a memorial for all the family that couldn't come to Oklahoma. Say, would you like to come? It's tomorrow. Both of you. It would be nice for some of Tom's old friends to be there.
Abdul nods yes to Rebecca.
We would love to be there, Mrs. Morris.
And Abdul, could you speak for a moment tomorrow?
Speak?
If you could just tell everyone what Tom said to you about making everyone a friend.
End of play.
Oh, good job, Brannigan Walsh. Oh, are you okay, Agnes? You're okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, such a heartfelt piece.
Isn't it?
Thank you to the awesome cast of Agnes Herman. Little teary-eyed there. And
Yeah, all right.
thank you, Neil and Tamika. Neil is a newcomer. Tamika was with us last week, but was a newcomer last week. this ensemble family just continues to grow. I love it. It's great to see all these new faces. Thank you to all the actors today. Paul and Agnes, who have been around ensemble for a
There you
decade, I think at least. James, who's been around ensemble for quite some time. James and Paul were in Iceman together. Yeah, a really cool, just group of wonderful people. I'm like, who am I forgetting? Hannah Woodside, you've been around. You and your dad and I went to college together. Such a great, connection with such a wonderful group of people. And thank you, of course, too, to all of you who have joined us via Facebook Live. I'm not seeing you as directly as I am everybody in the Zoom, but a good 30 people in our Zoom, and then probably another good 25 or 30 people on our Facebook live stream tonight. So a good audience. I hope you are all enjoying these. I know I am. I'm hoping in the future to expand, I would hope. Awesome acting. Way to go, Neil. Agnes, Tamika, and Neil, you were great. Great job. Loved the story. The characters were so well developed by the actors. I'm trying to read both here. Let me get a little bit here. Beautiful play. Another powerful piece from Rannigan by Anne. Thank you, wonderful actors. Lovely arc by Deb. I was so choked up. Wonderful acting and scripts all around. Randy, it was a wonderful play. So emotional. Agnes, you almost made me cry. Thank you, everyone. Aw, so a lot of good reactions. So people are liking this, which I think is great.
Thank you,
We
Jackie.
again are doing.
You did a great job.
Say that again, Rannigan. Yeah, if the playwrights,
Thank you,
Rannigan and
Jackie.
Agnes and Ed, if you guys want to say anything, go ahead. One more time, Rannigan.
I just wanted to say thank you to the actors. They did a great job.
Very true. Yes. Ed, do you want to say anything? I don't want the playwrights for sure.
Actually, the same thing to Paul and James. I just thought that they took it and were terrific.
Yeah, it is very true that words on a page are definitely different when they're come to life, when a person can embody them and give them breath.
Yeah, so thank you to my actors too. I really appreciate your doing this. Thank you.
Yes, very much so. Thank you, Agnes. Thank you, Rannigan. Thank you, Ed, for the words. Thank you, actors. Yes, seconding Rannigan on the acting of the play in the play is awesome play. Great job to everyone. I mean, I'm reading all of these as quickly as I'm seeing them. Beautiful story in tears from Laura Fresh. Thanks, everyone. Glad to come from Neil. I'm excited to keep continuing these. So please spread the word. Let your friends know that we're doing this. I don't know if there's anybody else who wanted to say anything. Actors, you are more than welcome to if you need to in the chat or via the Facebook Live. I can throw you up there. But just keep in mind, this is us trying to just kind of navigate a very unique world we live in. Very good job. I think our playwrights tend to try to do really cool stuff, but tend to, in this little 10-minute series, stuff a lot into a very short play. So I want to commend them on their writing. Thank you for a wonderful evening, Celeste. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. I enjoy the evenings so much. So yeah, something for you guys to look forward to, something for us as actors and creators to look forward to. Know that this is something that we're going to continue to try to keep going. I do hope that at some point we can maybe expand beyond Cleveland. Maybe we'll start with Ohio and then go beyond. We'll see what happens. I am getting scripts from everywhere. So yeah, I loved it, Rannigan. Where did you come up with the name? From a George Morris. I don't know if you know who that person is, Rannigan, but I'm sharing that with you. And then know that these are all getting archived. They will go on the ensemble website that is dedicated to the 10-minute plays. So if for any reason you didn't get to see the first script or you had to leave before the last script, all of these will get put up on the same page that you go to see all of the live streams information updated. At the very bottom of that screen, you'll see all the recorded archives of all of these 10-minute live streams so that we can fit it into everybody's schedule just in case you can't join us on these Monday nights. So I don't want to keep anybody too much later because we love this quick little hour. We don't want to keep you too long. I just want to thank everybody again for participating as actors, as playwrights, as audience members. I think we're all part of this same kind of theater family. We enjoyed having you. Stay safe, stay healthy, everyone, and we'll see you in about 2 weeks. Thanks, guys. I'll wait till everybody leaves the Zoom before I end everything. As I see people going, have a good night, everyone. I will talk to you soon. Good night, Ife. I keep wanting to say your name very wrongly, and I need to correct that. And yeah, thank you guys again for joining us.
Thank you, Celeste.
Thank you, Joey. I will see you guys all next week. And I want to say it's November what date it is, but we'll post it up on the website. November the 16th. We'll see you all again. 2 weeks, November 16th. And bye, guys, on Facebook. I'll see you all soon. Ending my Facebook live stream now. We'll see you guys next week. Not next week, the following week, November 16th. Bye, guys and gals.